New York. Ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-da-da.
My name is Mickey Jo. I came to New York with 2 suitcases and a dream. His name was Aeron. We have tickets to see Mandy Gonzalez play Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard. We are in B of the orchestra. You're not even ready for our view of the stage. It's there. It's there. That's it. Heading down 10th Avenue for a 2-show day filled with corpses. Having heard everyone's joyous reactions, I'm very excited. And look at this, everybody. This is my duck. What do you call the top of your foot? The bit on the top of your foot has been annoying me for days. Okay, so we're in the intermission and I lied to you completely. It is very scary and I had forgotten how scary it actually is. We have a matinee tomorrow that you will find out, I dare say, in the next part of the vlog series. Oh my god, hey, good afternoon. Welcome to New York. That thing that you're hearing is announcement of train delays, which is the slightly stressful circumstances under which we begin this part, I believe, of the New York vlog. We are cutting it a little bit close for a curtain to a Broadway show. We're not going to be late, just. Aeron James currently wolfing down the tap powder cacao paninis that he went to grab for us like a hero. Shredded chicken, tomato and cheese. Very good. And powder cacao Brazilian cheese bread. Can recommend. Tap on the Upper West Side. Currently we're waiting for the slightly delayed 1 or 2 train. The 2 is now coming slightly faster, but it's slightly more of a walk to get to the Friedman Theatre where we're seeing Stephen Sondheim's old friends. Compounding the stress of the situation is the fact that it is, for the first time since we've been here, really raining. Does that mean it's any less warm? No, it's now just really warm and really rainy, and I decided to wear a lot of denim, which famously comfortable to wear when soaking wet. Now the 1 is coming first. It's about 20 to 2, our show's at 2, but really it's at 5 past 2. So it's not so bad. And the 1 train will get us there in like 7 minutes. Hopefully.
It's raining. That is your update. We are walking. That is your update.
Rain is not enough to describe the biblical quantity of water currently falling from the sky. It's as though God is punishing us and plans to subsequently recruit animals 2 by 2. This is a lot.
Bye.
Here's something I've never been able to show you before because I've never been able to use it before. This is umbrella bags available inside the lobby so that you can put your umbrella inside. They're sort of designed for the long ones, but they work for hours as well. Can I put my jeans in there too? It is 1:55. We have our tickets. We are inside. You will forgive me for not showing you the marquee, but I was concerned that you might drown if I did, because it got really rainy. And on just a couple blocks down, we got absolutely soaked. But we have a couple minutes to show you the lower lounge area. Oh, and they've changed all of the pictures around the outside to make them Sondheim specific. Look at this, Stephen Sondheim as a guest at the opening night of Cabaret. This is the poster for Stephen Sondheim's old friends that we're about to see, that of course originated in London. This from Gypsy, this from Merrily, this from West Side Story. Wow, this is very special. Also, because it's the weekend for it, I will show you Manhattan Theatre Club at the Friedman Theatre and an American Theatre Wing Tony Award. Of course, the Tony Awards are tomorrow, just over 24 hours. They will be handed out for the 2024 to 2025 season. It's very exciting. While we're down here as they ring the bell for us to go and take our seats, I will show you the featured cocktail, an ordinary Sunday Prosecco Peach Ginger Banana Liqueur Basil and Lemon. That actually sounds lovely. And the featured mocktail, I love when they have both. Mama's Got the Stuff, Pineapple, Tamarind, Lime Juice and Club Soda, with plenty more available besides, as you can see. And over here we have a lot of great merchandise options as well. I bought this t-shirt back in London because it's Stephen Sondheim's name in his handwriting. That also appears on the marquee of the Stephen Sondheim Theatre here on Broadway. We have another t-shirt design here as well. We have a very capacious looking tote bag. You can fit a lot in there. We've got a Here's to the Ladies Who Lunch t-shirt. Lovely. We've got Sondheim mugs. We've got key rings, which are half price with any purchase at $7.50. There's a deal on the t-shirts as well. There's a souvenir program. You don't see many of these here on Broadway. Of course, we do have them in London, but that's very special as well, very Cameron Mackintosh, and a nice little magnet there also for Stephen Sondheim's old friends. I'm going to go upstairs now and think dry thoughts. And eventually we made it to our seats in the auditorium with plenty of time before the beginning of the show. It's actually now the intermission and we've already enjoyed the first act. This is our view of the lovely, classy Broadway set for Stephen Sondheim's old friends, with once again his name written there in his own handwriting, and plenty of versions of his smiling face, and indeed his pensive face, looking at you from around the proscenium. I forgot how much I enjoyed this production. I'm very glad we're seeing it. Not least of all because, add playbill slip, not that one. Scarlett Strallen has temporarily joined the company. Scarlett Strallen, of course, one of the Strallen dynasty, also niece to Bonnie Langford, who was already appearing in the Broadway cast. Scarlett is temporarily replacing Kate Jennings Grant, who is temporarily out of the show but is due to return. But I'm very glad that the timing aligned for us to see Scarlett. It's also reuniting her with her former Bert in Mary Poppins, in Gavin Lee, and it's lovely seeing Scarlett and Bonnie together on stage. I don't think they've ever been on stage before. In a major show, no. And Scarlett and Gavin as well. So that's really lovely.
It's funny because we saw Scarlett a month ago.
She's not been in a musical for a really long time. She's the eldest of the Strallen sisters. She was the first to really make it big as a replacement. It's one of the earliest replacement Mary Poppins, and then a bunch of other shows. But neither of us had ever seen her on stage.
No, because my first West End show was Mary Poppins, and I saw the cover.
You were meant to see her, but you saw Becky Locke instead.
Yep.
But yeah, Scarlett hasn't done musical theatre in a while, and now we've seen her in the UK and in the US twice within the space of 2 months, which is very exciting. Yay for us. Also, the rumours are true. Beth Level's Ladies Who Lunch.
Yeah.
Top tier. Top tier. And there is a fun little change for the Broadway version of this, where they've added the song Bounce from the musical Bounce that was cut before Bounce became Roadshow. Was it Bounce then Wise Guys then Roadshow, or Wise Guys then Bounce then Roadshow? In any case, Bounce is now mashed up with I Know Things Now that works very well. Very, very well, I think. If you're curious, this is the full running list, song list, whatever you want to call it, of Stephen Sondheim's old friends. We've had so far lots of company, a smattering of Into the Woods, a whole Sweeney Todd section, some night music, and a couple others besides, with a little Sunday from Sunday in the Park with George Act 1 finale. And they give these out with the playbill at every performance because it's not a traditional understudy situation. It is not just like that one person replaces another performer. If someone is out, then the songs that they would usually sing are shared among other members of the company. Even Bernadette Peters covers other people's songs. So this gives you a bespoke list of who is doing what at every single performance, which is exciting. And since it has now stopped raining post-show, now I can show you the marquee. The lovely signage here at the Freedman. The MTC at the top is to denote Manhattan Theatre Club. Lovely. They have 2 shows today. They have another one tomorrow. They have a pre-Tony's matinee. And they have a splendid West End and Broadway hybrid cast. Multi-generational. Aren't they just terrific? Oh, hi. Weekend post-show. Down to 45th to get schmackeries with Kate, who we found leaving Moulin Rouge.
Hello!
Serendipitously.
Now I have a cookie too.
Now, Kate has a Pride one.
I do. It's one of the few Pride ones that they have left today. Most of them are sold out.
Too proud. And now we walk up to a friend's birthday. We had like loose plans for the day, but we're also sort of just vibing around, having one of those days where it feels a little bit like we live here, even though we don't.
I just noticed you're wearing the Tony's hat.
I'm manifesting. I'm just going to wear this and walk into the building with total conviction. As it currently stands, and I don't expect anything to change within the next 12 hours. We're going neither to the Tony's dress rehearsal nor to the ceremony, which is fine and which I didn't expect to. But I'm going to keep wearing the hat, mostly just because it's my colour. You can't tell me this isn't my colour, I know that it is. Spoiler alert, we got rained on again, but we have made it back to where we are staying, where we are about to watch Good Night and Good Luck live on CNN. It's not the first time a Broadway show has been, like on TV.
Yes. It's the first time a Broadway show has ever been live streamed.
Because what was She Loves Me?
That was a pro shot.
But there was some kind of streaming, was no? No? No.
Streamed it after
It like Legally Blonde.
Ah, okay, well then this is very exciting
So
then.
no, there's going to be no commercials in this because they can't stop it.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was one act, so I'm not going to vlog us watching it because that would be bootlegging, I guess? Maybe? It closes tomorrow, but still. This is me filming the curtain call. There you go. Doing my same little zoom in and outs that I do.
This is kind of what my view was. Oh, no, this is too close.
Yeah. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, 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 clap. Bows jazz. Well, that was quite cute. We just watched a Broadway play on TV. And with that, we have seen, in some capacity, one way or another, almost all of the Tony-nominated shows before tomorrow's actual Tony Awards. Our only real black spots. Our Town, Thornton Wald's Our Town, Glengarry, Glen Ross, each of which only have one nomination. Is that it?
That might be it, actually.
Dorian Gray we only saw in London, but it was all the same work. Also very cool to watch a play on TV. I do think it's interesting. You engage with it differently.
The thing is, I think it gives you the ability to switch off.
Yeah.
Because you're more comfortable. So there's like a to and a from. I think if you're able to put yourself in like cinema settings, so that.
But that's the thing. It's like when I watch an NT live broadcast in the cinema, which is something I used to do an awful lot. You can sort of simulate the theatrical experience a lot more, and you engage with it in the same way. Watching it on TV, especially for something that is a little bit drier, which that was, it's difficult to kind of fully immerse yourself in it in the same way. Like I dare say, we would have enjoyed it more in a theatre, and that's what it's for. Yeah. It's always going to play better.
But it's cool that so many people have seen it, because it closes
Oh, it's
tomorrow.
really cool. And also this was my big bugbear with it. I was like, my thing was always, if you're telling an important story that you think is hugely resonant and speaks to the now, that you had to bring to Broadway, and you've got an average price point of $700 or whatever the average ticket price was throughout your box office record-breaking run, then you've got to find a way to bring it to the people somehow, and they did. Yeah. So, all of my rage about it evaporates because they made it readily available for free nationwide, which is brilliant.
And CNN then got panels after discussing the topic points.
Yeah, responding to the piece, literally sparking conversation and sharing that conversation with the nation, as well highlighting the important themes. That's the kind of stuff we like to see. We are now walking to go and get food, because it's like 9 p.m. and we're hungry. So there are plenty of great places to get food on the Upper West Side, let it be known. The first two places we wanted to go to, I wanted to go to Charles Fried Chicken, Aeron wanted to go to a different establishment.
It was like a Chinese, like, fusion
yeah,
restaurant.
Asian fusion, where he had more options. We were like, we'll get stuff from different places. Both closed. Charles, I don't know why, but Aaron's one had a sign in the window, it had been closed by the Department of Health.
Yeah.
So that's troubling.
The health and mental health. I was like, okay.
Health and mental health, yeah, so just as well. But let it be known, you can't go very wrong with a bodega, and sometimes you just need a giant amount of food from a bodega. We have large drinks in here. We have Van Leeuwen ice cream. I have spicy chicken tenders with honey mustard. Oh, I have curly fries that we're going to share. Aaron got a salad, which is huge. I got red velvet Chips Ahoy, because I lived on Chips Ahoy while I was doing the drama desks, and I fell in love with them. And red velvet, I want to try that. So we're going to go and feast on all of the above. And then I think we're going to travel to Brooklyn tonight. We're doing a little bit of traveling next week, and because of various other things we have going on, it makes more sense for us to go and stay with our friend Ashley over in Brooklyn. And we have these giant 23-kilogram suitcases that we're not looking forward to moving, but I think we'll thank ourselves tomorrow morning when we wake up there, rather than leaving it until tomorrow, because that's where we're going to watch Tony's from her apartment with many of her friends, which is fun, which I think is more fun than being at the ceremony, because we're going to get to eat pizza, wear pajamas, and react candidly.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Good morning, hello, happy Tony Awards Day. Tony Sunday, the first time.
Tonys.
Happy Tonys from Aeron James. Disappearing into the bathroom. First time in our lives that we have been in New York on the day of the Tony Awards. Once again, nothing has changed. We are not going to... I mean, the dress rehearsal is finishing right about now because it starts early and it's about midday for us. Not going to the ceremony, not doing carpet, not doing press room. And I'm not mad about it because we're having a little bit of a gathering here at our friend's apartment. Our friend who is going to the Tonys, but in lieu of her being here, several of her friends and ours are coming to her home to watch the Tonys, hosted by... We are not hosting this party, but Ogie is. This is Ogie's Tonys party, and the rest of us are just grateful to be here. And that's going to be super fun. And I'm going to do a live stream, and I might try and buy some themed snacks today, sort of last minute. We are heading off to Prospect Park. At one point we were going to do a pre-Tonys matinee. I feel like there's two special performances you can do around the Tonys. You can do one of the handful of shows that do a matinee on the day off before they go over to the ceremony. And we were thinking about Gypsy, although Audra McDonald is not doing the matinee today, or John Proctor is the villain, but they didn't end up doing digital rush tickets, and rushing on a Sunday in person is a nightmare anyway, and we're now in Brooklyn, so going into the city, decided against that. And the other one that you can do is the post-Tonys Tuesday, but we're actually already going to be out of New York by then, so we're not doing either of those. But I feel like those are particularly special performances to go to, especially if you go to the first show of something that wins the Tony after the Tonys on that Monday or Tuesday. Also, the outfit I'm wearing makes no sense whatsoever. I'm giving Sunset a little bit of love pre-Tonys. I've got my Tonys cap from One Schubert Alley, and I've got come from socks that don't go with anything, and I'm wearing my running shoes because I'm pretty sure I have a stress fracture in this foot, the thing that I've been complaining about. It is now visibly swollen, which is not great. So no more running for me, but these shoes are less painful across the top of my foot. So wearing these before going on a bit of a walk, which is probably inadvisable, but it's not a crazy walk. I'm going to spend much of the day resting my foot. And we are off. Ogie is leading us in the vague direction of something called Smorgasborg. It's a coming together of like street food vendors in Prospect Park that happens on weekends through the summer, and we're going to take Ogie to go and check it out. Having a little bit of a Brooklyn day, pre-Tony Awards. Very happy about it. We are traversing Prospect Park. We found Kay, dressed like a Sunset Boulevard Ensemble member. Technically so is Ogie. At this time, Ogie has been enjoying making Aeron spin around repeatedly. If I film for long enough, you'll catch it happening again, because it has been very frequent, but we are close to finding Smorgasburg, which is exciting. We found Smorgasburg, and I found a restroom in the park, which is good. What I will say is I'm struggling a little bit here, folks. In a way, I do not usually struggle. My foot is giving me a lot of challenges today, and even this is probably not the rest that I ought to be giving it, so I really need to refocus my priorities here, especially ahead of the next few days when we are going to be doing a lot of touristy activities and a lot of travel. Slightly concerned, and I'm not great at prioritizing health and rest, especially on a New York trip, so let this be a lesson to everyone. Take care of yourselves, respond to your body, because the worst thing I did, I think, is I aggravated my foot last weekend, day of the drama desks, ran a 10k, stood all evening in tight shoes, which was a mistake, and then I ran a 5k, or a 7k I think, again a couple days later, and my foot hurt and I ran through the pain, and I've done that before and it was a mistake then as well. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, we have arrived at Smorgasburg. Has a couple of New York locations, but it's here in Prospect Park every Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Lots of food. I'm excited. Dramatic scenes as Oki just saw a poodle and has super one-sided beef. The poodle has no idea. We have lots of different food places. We have lots of dogs, lots of families. It's cute. We got Vermont maple lemonade over here. We got beef patty. I mean, I could have one of those straight away. Is it too soon for me to decide what my main savory item is going to be? We got banh mi. We got bao. Now, having said all of that, I am barely a quarter of the way through all the food stands here, and I've already made a choice to get a meatball palm bowl for $20 here from Carlotti's Meatballs, because it looks real good. Aeron James has got an arepa and an empanada from Smorgasburg. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And here is mine. Look at this goodness. I'm fascinated by everything that went into preparing this, and a very nice man here by himself making it all happen. I'm going to eat this and then I will take over on dog duty. A good couple hours and considerable walking later, not a smart idea for me with my slightly damaged foot, I'll be honest. We have just popped back to the apartment, and now we are going to go to a nearby grocery store to try and get some Tony Awards snacks. We're doing pizza and fries, but we're going to supplement that with some themed things. I know you like to hear about the themed Tony's snacks. I know those were very popular last year, and I haven't put as much effort into the preparation of them this time around, but we are on the lookout for some Ojello, some, what was the other ones? Some Huabus for maybe happy ending in lieu of, like, I don't know, Korean corn dogs. And I had another one I was really proud of. Oreo Marys. Feels cheap. And I'm going to make, a swept away chip wreck, which is just a crazy bowl of chips, which is crisps to British people. We're going to go get that, and then we're going to start watching the Tonys carpet coverage ahead of part 1, which begins at what time, Kate Ranking?
6:40 p.m. Eastern Time.
6:40 p.m. Pluto TV. There's by the time you're seeing this vlog, it was weeks ago, but maybe it will remind you for next year. Hear me out. John Proctor is the melon. We give it googly eyes, and people come in, they're like, "Who's the melon?" We're like, "John Proctor is the melon." Oh dear. I'm searching for Madeleines for Death Becomes Her. It's the last thing we've thought of. We've done pretty well with some out-of-the-box ideas. Haven't got anything rose-related for Gypsy or, like, honey-related for Purpose. But the thought was there. I'm sort of overwhelmed by the range of this American grocery store. Okay, we are back from the grocery store. We bought a whole bunch of snacks. Currently watching the carpet coverage from Spectrum News, New York One, Frank DeLella and Jessica Vosk chatting to nominees. That was just Daniel Day-Kim. Jamie Lloyd. Jamie Lloyd, everybody. Who else could this be? Wow. Meanwhile, I am ready to live stream over here. I am compressing, elevating, and icing my sad, sad foot. And I may not move from this spot for hours. How are we feeling, team? Are we excited? Are we scared?
Excited and scared.
Yeah. I feel like there's not many categories where there's anybody I'd be upset about.
No, all options are good options. Fun fact, Kate was at the dress rehearsal this morning, and they announced random winners, and then random people make speeches for them. But, like, even of the list of fake winners, we weren't really mad at any of the choices, because there's not a lot to be mad at this year, because everything's been great, except the stuff that wasn't nominated. ALW's on the carpet, everybody. He's pleased. That's good. Oh my god, hey, welcome back to my fugitive YouTube channel. Moments ago, my live stream was shut down within the full and robust legal rights of Paramount and the greater Pluto TV body. And so this is now a after-the-fact YouTube video charting my more major reactions to moments of the ceremony in which I do not show the screen, and you're just going to see my face reacting to it. Currently enjoying an advert about insect repellents. Feeling good. Choreography is happening now. We've already had awards given out for Best Book of a Musical. That went to Maybe Happy Ending. That was the first one out the gate. We then had sound design for Stranger Things. Not a surprise. But then Buena Vista took sound design for a musical and orchestrations. Entirely well-deserved, but seems like it's not going to be a Maybe Happy Ending sweep. Also seemed like an early bad sign for Sunset. Who's taking choreo? Patricia Delgado and Buena Vista! Very well deserved. So Justin Peck, the first winner of this evening to be winning 2 years in a row, winning 2 consecutive Tony Awards. He won last year for Illinois. Good sign for Buena Vista. Okay, Sunset Boulevard has won a Tony Award. Jack Knowles just won for lighting design. Sunset's on the board. They have something. Ogie is trying to eat all the food. Celia Keenan-Bolger getting the Isabel Stevenson Award, and we're trying to figure out the exact colour of the dress, which we think is Mad Scientist, but an argument could be made for Acid. Leading actress in a play.
During their announcements. To Sarah Snooki.
Not a surprise. Francis Dew just won Best Supporting Actor, and we're really happy about it. Yay for Francis Dew. Featured actor in a musical. Featured actor in a musical.
But I was not.
Yeah, it's gonna be Jack.
Better be Jack.
Goes to Jack Malone.
Now sing the whole song.
Featured actress play. All good options. We have no idea. I'm eating my Ojello. I used an Oreo as a spoon. It didn't work.
The American Theater Wings Tony Award goes to Kara Young.
I got about 13:35.
Yeah, I got 15 when I stopped playing.
We're timing how long Nicole held home in this if we never said goodbye. We're doing Best Play real early, and Ben Stiller, for reasons we don't understand, is presenting it. 5-way tie.
Tony Award goes to...
Open the envelope, Benjamin.
Oh my god, you're during the long interim.
Purpose.
Best direction of a play. We have no clues about this because Purpose just won Best Play and wasn't even nominated for Best Director.
Sam Pinkleton.
Oh, Mary, pulling it back.
Yes!
Straight into musical with no break. Michael Arden versus Jamie Lloyd, or secret option number 3. You think we think Michael Arden?
Yeah.
I think Michael Arden.
The Tony Award goes to Michael Arden.
Oh, Helen's there. He pointed to Helen.
The American Theater Wings Tony Award goes to
Cole Scola.
Cola Scola.
We have arrived at Best Revival of a Musical. It's Sunset versus Gypsy, barring a very surprising upset.
Gotta be Sunset.
And the Tony Award goes to Sunset.
Thank goodness!
All is well in the world. Oh, everyone's going. Oh my god.
Everyone.
It's like the circle of life at Radio City Music Hall. They're coming down every aisle.
For best performance by an actress in a leading role in a musical. Nicole
Insane.
I knew it.
Wow. Over-Andra.
Is this going to be an anticlimactic finale now? Because it has to be Maybe Happy Ending? I'm rooting for Maybe Happy because I love those robots, but I need to tell you, all these shows are great. All these shows are great.
Maybe Happy.
Yeah.
Darren just got 2 Tonys real fast.
But he could win a Grammy for the Maybe Happy Ending.
My gosh. Okay, we have finished the Tonys, we have pivoted, and we have got changed, and we are ready to hopefully go to at least one after party, because there's one that we're actually allowed to get into, and then a bunch that we might just try and get into. Should I even be documenting this? I don't know. If we do, I promise to film a little snippet on my phone as proof. Cue potentially sad montage of very few Tonys after parties, or thrillingly successful one. Who knows? We're all about to find out together. Guess what, everybody? We did make it to a party. We're at Yard House in Midtown. I got a Tony's playbill, and we're at the Operation Mincemeat party. Yay! They're passing out dessert, and it's great. I'm gonna go and try and find some British people to congratulate. You know I'm always going to bring you the drink review. This is the Spritzy finale. They have a pun cocktail at the Tony's after party.
It's so good.
Gin and vodka. It's real good. Update for the vlog, just to contrast the glamour of the last Tony's party we were at. Aeron and Kate just stepped over a large dead rat.
It was very gross. I am traumatized.
It's 2 a.m. on a Sunday, and we just walked over to where Sunset Boulevard party was. But has already ended. The night moves fast on Tony Sunday. We're now walking up to O'Mary.
Yes.
I feel like they're inherently later partiers, but also everyone is flocking to the big parties that are less easy for us to simply walk into.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the NYPD. They found us.
We're getting arrested for going to parties.
We're going to see what's happened. We've had already a free cocktail and some dessert. So, you know, we've done well. It's 2 a.m. I don't know how many more hours we have in us. No one is in their early 20s anymore. Oh god, the lights have changed. And as it turns out, Mincemeat would be the only after party that we went to. We went to the Sunset one, everyone was leaving. Went to the O'Mary one, everyone was leaving. And I think they were all heading, not home necessarily at 2:30, but onto the bigger official Tony's after parties that I don't think we could have got into. And as it stands, even then coming back, it is now 4 a.m. It's been a day. It's been a good day. I still think it's a win to have watched the Tonys on TV in New York and gone to an actual after party. And by the way, I got to hold a Tony Award and spin the thing on top while congratulating my friend Jack Malone on his very well-deserved Tony win. A good day. A very good day. Gonna sleep now and wake up, and it's gonna be tomorrow. Good morning, by which I mean good afternoon. Is it the afternoon? It's the afternoon, isn't it?
It is.
It's 1:26.
It's 1:26? Oh, it's really the afternoon. My hair looks very blonde today. Whatever's happened here. It is the day after the Tonys. It is post-Tony Monday. And the name of the game is Recovery, both from the Tony Awards. Hello, Ogie. And from really the 2024 to 2025 Broadway season. It hath been a lot. But as mad as it seems, I'm also packing, not to go home, but in anticipation of onward travel to some brand new places we've never been to before. Kate's looking very proud of packing something in a bag.
These are all my programs of the Great Theater Adventure so far.
Oh, wow. So Kate does not live in New York. Kate lives in Colorado. And you came here via other places.
Yes. I came here from Atlanta, then to New York, then to DC, then back to New York. So
There you go.
it's been a journey.
That's been the Great Theatre Adventure, and it's going to continue because you're not going home before you go to London.
I'm not going home
Wow.
until a week after London.
Wow. I have a bagel from Bagel World that Aeron James went to go get for me, and a Snapple, and some golden potato. And then I'm going to eat 2 different kinds of Jell-O that we have left over from the Tony's watch party, because no one else was eating the O-Jell-O. Kate's having O-Jell-O, because we got every time we buy things, not necessarily because people want them, but because the pun is too good not to. Fun fact, this is what my hair looks like at this length when I have just washed it. I think it's a strong look. This is why I'm wearing a lot of hats. And after a day of relatively mundane and not particularly vlog-worthy video creation, editing, and life admin, we are heading into Manhattan, because currently in Brooklyn, Aeron, Kate and I, we are all seeing the same off-Broadway show in a couple hours, which is Beau at... Is Out of the Box the name of the venue?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the name of the theater company that, like, owns this venue now.
There you go, so we're going to Out of the Box Theatricals to go and see Beau the Musical, starring our friend Matt Roden. Very excited. Kate went to a little press preview event for it last week, but Aeron and I know nothing. And on the way, even though the temperature's dropped a few degrees, which we are pleased about, I'm not wearing a jacket because I left it at our previous accommodations, which would not be the end of the world were it not for the fact that my passport's in it. So that's what you would call less than ideal. I think so anyway. I haven't actually checked my backpack. They're going to laugh at me. It could be in my backpack this entire time. But we're going to try and retrieve my jacket so I can A, put it on, B, have it back in my life, and C, have a passport before I attempt to travel via plane. That's a good call. I have leftover Tony snacks, O-Jell-O, that I'll be eating with a Madeleine used like a spoon. Yay me. I got my jacket back. Made it to Christopher Street half an hour before the show. All is well, and it did have my passport in it, so just as well. Our travel plans don't have to be scuppered by my foolishness. In fact, we have like 45 minutes, way more time than I thought. The weather is foggy. You can't see the top of the skyscrapers. Not that there are that many near us, because we are downtown, where the show is this evening, near Christopher Street, near Marie's Crisis, which we've not visited on this trip and probably won't get a chance to now, and also near the historic Stonewall Inn over there. Happy Pride Month. We are on the hunt for some sort of grab-and-go dinner food, potentially a Korean corn dog, because we've had one not far from here previously, only Google Maps doesn't seem to know what we're talking about. So we're just going to follow our feet and see if we can figure out where that was. Okay, a little bit of downtown exploration later, and we think that gentrification has happened, by which I mean the Korean corn dog place is now a smoothie place.
Oh, there's a Minetta Lane theatre.
Oh!
Right there. You can see where Hugh Jackman is.
What am I looking at?
Previous cut.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, a sign with Hugh Jackman's name on it, we mean, not actually Hugh Jackman in person, although presumably nearby. Korean corn dog place has turned into a smoothie place, which is not explicitly gentrification, but I'm upset about it. And yet, much like Gloria Gaynor, we will survive. Hilariously, I did get very close to trying to check my own vlog to find out the name or vague location of this mystery corn dog establishment. And also, I can't remember what we were seeing or which of the last 8 trips that was on and which part of the multiple parts of the vlog that would have been on. So much for me documenting my life. Turns out too much footage, impossible to trawl through when you're in a rush. So we're just going to go to the theatre. We're going to eat after the show because neither of us are starving. Shout out to the Jell-O that I ate with a Madeleine as a spoon, which if you're curious did not work well, actually. Exploring the downtown area, the West Village / Greenwich Village, perhaps. I don't know. Walking over to Out of the Box Theatrics, our venue for this evening. Once again, we are hovering over Aeron James's left shoulder, like he is a playable character in an open-world, Manhattan-based video game. Maybe it's Spider-Man 2. Swing, swing. If I haven't told you already, the show that we're going to see is called Beau the Musical. B-E-A-U.
All the vowels.
It's been a long Tony's weekend. Beau the Musical. B-E-A-U. And it's one act off Broadway. Ovs. Apparently running somewhere between 90 minutes and 2 hours. Its first preview performance was on Friday. At the start of the weekend. It's now Monday, so not many Broadway shows playing tonight. Very few play on Mondays, but also it's the day after the Tonys. So we'll be seeing one of the last few preview performances before they freeze the show. I think, in fact, we're seeing the last...
This is the final show, so they're freezing the show tonight.
Yeah, because I met one of the producers last night in passing, who was very nice. Oh, that's the second Insomnia cookies we've walked past, and I haven't bought any. Be proud of me, everybody. Wow.
You can get one if you want before we watch the show.
No, I want it, I don't need it. And here is the entrance to the theatrical space. It is here, it's in this large building, across from that large building. Look for the little poster out here that says Beau the Musical. There it is, Theatre 154. It's also the name of the venue. And you'll find the entrance just here. Oh, Aeron's found Chinese food to go. Well, maybe after the show, we will cross over that street. In the meantime, we are here for Beau the Musical on a Monday night. We got our tickets. In fact, our tickets are the programs. Seat numbers written on the back, bespoke. Got a little drinks voucher. We've got a cast board here as well. And at this performance, the role of Ferris will be played by Seth Elliser. I have no idea what that means yet because I haven't seen the show, but I will find out. Believe you me. And I will let you know, or I'll forget. One of two options. We've got a little concession stand over here with multiple options. I can smell the popcorn. My goodness, we're getting some rosé. I haven't had wine the whole time I've been here in New York, and I have missed wine. There is also the Rosetta, which is a little signature specialty cocktail moment, a refreshing bourbon Arnold Palmer. How intriguing and exciting. And we are in the space and we are thoroughly immersed. We are down here at some table seating up in the front. We have a nice view of the stage. We've got an actual bar area over there, which is functional. You can order your drinks at the bar inside the auditorium. And then we've got more standard auditorium seating behind. There you go.
Slapping the bass real good is Matt Wolpe. Slapping every key on that keyboard is Andrea Dodds. Song on that violin is Miyuki Miyagi. And on the guitar, Seth Elliser. She's the mistress of the mandolin, Amelia Porak. And keep the thunder rolling for the one, the only, Matt Rodin. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please give it up for my grandpa in New York, the romance himself, Chris Listen, everybody.
Waiting for the FedEx truck to pass so I can do video journalism. There we go. Sometimes the best post-show option is to cross the street and go to the Chinese takeout across the street. Golden Woks, post-Beau. There you go. I've planned a whole evening for you. We haven't eaten the food yet, but we have confidence in it. We're going to take it back to Brooklyn and eat it. Yay. We are back in Brooklyn with our Chinese. We got orange and purple sodas because neither of us could have the, what were they called?
The egg rolls.
The egg rolls, because it was pork and Aeron couldn't have the batter part of it. So instead we got orange and purple soda, and I the whole time thought mine was going to be the purple one. And Aeron also thought his was going to be the purple one, and we did not discuss this. So now we're having a disagreement about who gets...
let him pick which one he
Oh, you'd love to look like a martyr, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? We also
Let
got...
you know you're wasting precious time while Ogie is eating his thing.
That's very true. It's very true. We also got fortune cookies, which is thematic to a show we're seeing really soon. Ooh. And I'll let you know what our fortunes are. A lifetime of cultural discoveries is in store for you. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It never stops. A lifetime of cultural discoveries is in store for me this week. Like in the next 3 days.
I mean, at least it feels like it was a good fortune.
Yeah. Cut to the next part of the vlog, where I'll be enjoying a lifetime of cultural discoveries. Okay, we are a little bit damp, but we have made it onto the bus. Now just 4 hours to go until Boston. Goodbye, New York. I have a box of mini black and white cookies in my bag for the journey, so it's not really goodbye. Also, we're coming back. I was about to show you the Manhattan skyline, but these trees decided they needed a moment. Welcome to New Jersey, everybody. Not sure how many states we're going to pass through. I think we're going to have to go through Connecticut as well. Ooh, signs for Weehawken. Hey Bitsy, I love this city, so please watch how you're talking. It's home to me, I love this town. Let me tell you about Weehawken. We're about to cross state lines back into New York State from New Jersey, and I'm just curious if there's going to be some kind of signage to indicate that to us. It's about to happen, like, now. Oh yeah. Well, that was quite unassuming, but it was there. I've made a thematic playlist for the journey in New Jersey. Now, even more confusingly, we're crossing back over the Hudson. Still in New York State for a little bit, but yeah, back over. Is that technically the Isle of Manhattan again? Which is not really. No, that's not Manhattan. Manhattan's further down, specifically. This is like White Plains. So I have taken it upon myself to entertain Aeron via wireless earbud with a playlist thematic to the journey we're taking. We had Are You on the Bus from Leap of Faith, because we're on a bus. We've had various location-based songs. I had a bit of Wedding Singer, Saturday Night in the City, because from New Jersey to New York, Bridge and Tunnel. But also I've been consulting the Musical Dealer's publicly available map of all real-world locations from musicals. I'll show it to you here. Which has told me we've gone past New Rochelle, of course, featuring in Ragtime, and in the song Having to Keep His Dinner Warm from How to Succeed. We're also a little higher up than Yonkers, but we're not too far right now from the Scarsdale Jewish Community Centre that Mark sings about in Rent. How fun! Coming up to 2 hours into the journey now, and we are heading through Connecticut. Third state of the afternoon. And we have arrived in America. We were already in America. We're in a different part of America. It's 4:37 p.m, so that took 4 hours and 37 minutes. We are in Boston, Massachusetts. All my knees are adjusting to doing things again. I ate that entire box of small black and white cookies. You've got lots left? Yeah. Oh, good for you.
So that'll be for the hotel room.
We're also heading immediately to subsequent public transport. We were going to check into the hotel first, but I think in terms of getting there and then getting to the theatre, it's going to be A, more complicated, B, take more of time we don't have, and C, more expensive. So we might just cope with these backpacks and head straight to the American Repertory Theatre in Cambridge, Massachusetts, accessible to us via the Red Line. We are searching for the Red Line. That does not, in this instance, mean danger. But we are in Massachusetts. I've never been in Massachusetts before. I still don't really know how to spell Massachusetts. I put too many E's in it. We found a sign for the Red Line. Apparently it's this way. Oh, it's this way. What's crazy is we took a 4.5-hour bus to get here, and Broadway is apparently only one stop away from South Station on the Red Line. So So that was very inefficient of us. Yes, I know, it's a different walkway. And immediately upon arriving at Boston, what is the first thing we did, Aeron James?
Went to Cambridge.
We did. We left Boston, we went to Cambridge, and we are currently walking around Harvard University, which you can find here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is as though we are walking through the musical or the film Legally Blonde, which was not actually filmed here, as we learned the other day. They used 2 universities in California. But yeah, we are doing like a prestigious Ivy League American college university tour today because our bus drove past Yale, and now we're at Harvard. Like Rory Gilmore, we are perusing our options. And we're just going to walk around a little bit. I made a dinner reservation at a place that looked quite nice near to the theatre on the Red Line over here. Haven't I been efficient? And yeah, just going to walk around the hallowed grounds of Harvard University. I want a Fulbright and a Rhodes. Just past a lot of people taking photos with a statue of a man who was apparently John Harvard. I didn't even know that was a dude. There's perhaps an iconic clock tower.
Oh, that's what all this is.
I'd assume. Oh, is that a graduation thing?
It says graduated class of 2025, so this is all the graduation.
They did it! It's like the end of Legally Blonde. Oh, it's a library. I love a library. This is the Harry Elkins Widner Memorial Library. And if I could remember my Roman numerals, MCM. Oh, 1914? Maybe? Perhaps? MCM XIV. 1914? Yeah. Just filming more architecture in case it's iconic. I don't want to have missed out on the big Harvard building. They all seem very nice. Step 1, he's off to Harvard Law, so I get in there too. Step 2, make wanna reassess, impress him with my high IQ. Okay, we have a plan. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this properly. Harvard Law School is a 7-minute walk from here. We just about have time to go there and then head down to make our dinner reservation before the show. The show's a 7:30 curtain tonight, interestingly enough. Very British. I mean, I don't know how US like regional theatre tends to work. It's trying to rain on us again. We've been rained on quite heavily today. I don't think Massachusetts rain is going to have anything on Midtown Manhattan rain. I don't know that. It was heavy. For some reason, I just think everything's more intense in New York, and this is going to be like a nice dainty rain. Oh, there's a bell there. That seems important. Some sort of a memorial church bell, yes. The original memorial church bell, like the first one ever. I think these are dorms. These are like empty dorms. Wow, they look exactly as basic as university dorm rooms do in the UK. Sometimes, you know, dorms are just dorms. Harvard Law School? We found the place. We have found a building, I think it's a library building, according to Google, that says Langdale Hall, Harvard Law School. It's part of the School of Law, which I think is sort of this wider area here with multiple buildings, and a lot of it over on the other side of this, from what I can tell. But yeah, feeling very Legally Blonde at the present moment. I'm what you want, Harvard, I'm the girl for you. We are now heading onwards to go and make our dinner reservation. There's probably a silly Legally Blonde TikTok we could have made if we spent a little longer here, but also, why is this reminding me of like when she goes to college in, is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Perhaps. That's an interesting looking building. The architecture here, very interesting. Someone's going to tell me that someone died there. That's always what happens when I point out interesting architecture. Anyway, ooh, the Hemingway Gymnasium. It's a very fancy gymnasium. Don't want to spend too much time singing Legally Blonde around the Harvard campus because everyone here seems very serious and studious. Ooh, pretty. More pretty buildings over there. And I do feel a sort of crushing sense of inadequacy and foolishness to be coming up with my best Legally Blonde jokes. We're crossing the Common now. Oh, this looks nice. Heading over to Cambridge Common and heading straight across it towards the general direction of a lot of eateries, as well as the American Repertory Theatre. They are producing and hosting the North American premiere of the British written musical Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, which is what we're on our way to go and see. We saw it at the Kiln Theatre off West End, and then at the Criterion Theatre in the West End. ART, their actual building is currently having refurbishment, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So we're going to the Loeb Drama Centre instead, which is very nearby. Oh, something gay over there. Now, as I've mentioned before, I am not Mickey Joe statues, but I will do my best. Is that Lincoln? It looks like Lincoln. This is a military memorial. The soldiers and sailors of Cambridge, whose names are here inscribed, died in the service of their country in the war for the maintenance of the Union. Oh, this is not World War. This is, in fact, Civil War. And what we thought was a sign advertising Two Strangers, just because we recognise the marketing over there, you'll see a more noticeable sign in just a moment, is in fact the actual building. And there's Sam Tutty, starring in Two Strangers, casually. But yeah, this is the theatre where it's actually happening. So I did wave across the street, and we did stop and chat with Sam Tutty, Olivier Award winner, West End star of the London production.
He walked over in shock and gave us both hugs and was like, what?
He'd laughed hysterically to see us on the other side of the street, just casually, as you would, unannounced, because we didn't tell him. We have met before, and you can go and watch that first meeting, because it's an interview that I did, and you can go and watch that on YouTube or listen to it on podcast platforms. Always promoting. I'm there. I'm ready. I'm always going to get you. We are, I think, very nearby our restaurant, but this is quite close together. Yeah. Sort of quite small, I guess. That's the Division of Continuing Education at Harvard University. It's another very nice building. I mean, it's a lovely, very picturesque town. I guess it's not Boston. It's not a city, perhaps. I don't know. And literally just a stone's throw from the Loeb Drama Centre, where Two Strangers is currently playing, a stone's throw, if you have a particularly good throwing arm, is this fancy-looking building and the restaurant where we're eating this evening, Alden and Harlow. They've got gluten-free options. The food looks good in a Google search. It's nearby to where we're going. It's that easy. So we've got a nice extensive wine list with lots of beer and can options, a couple of mocktails down here, and some really exciting cocktail options that look very intriguing. I think I'm going to do a glass of Chardonnay, and the menu is designed for like tapas small plate sharing style, with again some really exciting options in there as well, all done in-house, and using local ingredients where possible. I have a gorgeous Chardonnay. Our first plate has arrived. We are sharing some carrots. They smell fantastic, and Aeron James has a cocktail over there as well. Very civilised of us, having a nice sit-down dinner before the theatre. Absolutely, why not? And we have more dishes have arrived. I have chicken raviolo, and Aaron's giving me one of his chips because he's got a resplendent looking plate of steak and lettuce wedges and potatoes going on over there. That looks amazing. I mean, all of this looks and tastes amazing. I've still been enjoying the vegetables over here because the glaze, delicious. And we are out. Can I just share in a moment of vanity what a miracle it is that my hair is falling like this after being in a hat on a 4.5 hour coach journey. That was delicious. Good find, Aeron James. Woohoo. The sauce that the chicken raviolo was in was life changer. I don't know what was in that sauce, but the flavor profile was just gorgeous and unexpected. Would have stayed for dessert. I was particularly intrigued by the smoked chocolate bread pudding, because what a combination of words that is. However, it is 7. We have a 7:30 curtain, and we would like to go over and make the most of our theatrical experience. So, heading over on a very short walk to the, I've already forgotten, the Loeb? Yeah. The Loeb Drama Centre. Temporary venue utilised by ART, the American Repertory Theatre. Oh, I've done a lot of talking and walking upstairs at the same time. We're going to go see Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. Not yet in New York. Hopefully it will be, but currently playing its US regional premiere in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Here it is. You can see the signage for Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York here at the Loeb Drama Centre. And we're now confusing ourselves because we think this actually is ART, the American Repertory Theatre, because Google Maps seems to suggest that it is just here. So maybe this is just always the venue and it just has multiple names. I don't know. Perhaps I've been telling you lies. Oh, there's a photo opportunity with neon pretzels.
Oh, cute.
We've got the signage that we first spotted on the side of the building here. We've got some of the 5-star reviews from the UK production. Look at that. They may not be using my 5-star review, but Greg is on there. That's cute. We should send that to Greg. Finally, we have an explanation. There you go. I dare say we could have Googled this, but coming in fall 2026 is the new home of the American Repertory Theatre. So currently we are presumably where it has always been, and the ART is home to many other pre-Broadway shows of history, including like Waitress, I think, began here. Yes, the Pippin revival, I believe, as well. Yeah, Diane Paulus. Real Women Have Curves as well, that we just saw on Broadway. There you go. And right next to that we have this lovely little installation here. There's a little photo opportunity that Aeron James is going to go and model for us. He's very excited. Yes. There you go. Yay! New York things. I Heart New York, pizza, cake. And since it's the weekend for it, we have 4 Tony Awards here. Wow! 3 of them for musical theatre revival productions, I believe. Oh, 2 musicals, 1 play. I apologise. We have Porgy and Bess as pictured there. We have the Pippin revival that I told you about, and we also have All the Way starring Bryan Cranston. And this one at the front here is the special Tony Award for Regional Theatre Achievement, presented to the American Repertory Theatre in Cambridge, Massachusetts in 1985. Wow! Oh, the urge to spin them. Down in the basement, as well as multiple different restrooms, you will find a water bottle refilling station and a water fountain. Multiple water fountains, in fact, but I'm going to use this one. Remember to stay hydrated at the theatre. This is something I'm very bad at. Let us together peer in and try not to overfill this water bottle. Stop. Nailed it. We have these screens here asking us an essential question, giving us information about the show, giving us information about the cast, musicians, understudies, etc. And I'm intrigued by the posing of an essential question. Why do we need these stories? Which ones help us and which hold us back? You can also view the program. Go on, try scanning the screen, see if it works for you. This, meanwhile, over in the corner here is a little model of the new ART's new home, which is going to be across the river from Harvard Square. Just a 15-minute walk, according to that. And we can see it here. Look at this exciting theatrical space. Look at the new front signage they're going to have. Art in big capital letters. This is very cute. We've got a little station here where you can write out postcards and deliver them in the mailbox, and also if you're looking for a sweet treat, and who among us is not, you could save 10% at Flower in Harvard Square if you bring your ticket. There you go. We love a collaboration, especially regionally. Now, this is still a regional tryout. This is not a full Broadway production, so we don't have much by the way of merchandise. You can purchase a $25 poster, and I dare say if this does go to Broadway, often the marketing and design will get updated, so this would be a relic by that point, and you would get cool points for having the old design of the poster. Already it's an updated design from the red and yellow one that we originally saw for the show, which is an even older relic. And there's also ART baseball caps there as well, so you can support the venue. As you can see from the chalkboard across, we have plenty on offer in terms of wine, spirits, beers, other beverages, snacks and candy from this full-service bar here, and specialty drinks. So, the themes to the show, we have the American Express, vanilla vodka, yummy, pineapple and cranberry juice, and boozy whipped cream. Oh, that's a Mickey Jo beverage if ever I've heard one. And then the Plaza Sweet, nice little pun there, that's pineapple juice, grenadine and vanilla syrup. That also sounds delicious. Lovely. I believe that is, I can tell that is a little mocktail beverage, hence the difference in price. We've also got snacks. We've got devil's food or coconut flour bakery cake truffles. Yummy, very yummy. Do I get a little something in intermission? I'm not against it. And we are in the auditorium and we're excited to be here. We've got raked seating on one level going up into the back of this space. We have multiple aisles. We have the familiar staging from the Criterion. I have missed that little turning suitcase. Oh, I'm delighted. Very delighted. Is the baggage claim sign new, or am I just not remembering it? No, I think that was there before. It was there before, says set design expert Aeron James, who has seen this show more times than I have.
I saw it, yeah.
You did indeed. We're in G22 and 23, a little further from the stage obviously than that front section, but it's a really terrific rake in here, so we have a fantastic view, and I'm just so excited to see this show again. I'll see you at the curtain call, everybody. Darkness has fallen outside of the American Repertory Theatre. I lied. I am updating you in the intermission because we're watching the show and we saw it for the first time at the Kiln, pre-West End, and then it transferred to the West End and there were some changes. I mean, the show's had a lot of evolution because it was originally with a different title. It was originally called The Season and now it's called Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. But way more changes than I anticipated. When we saw Sam before the show, he was like, there's loads of changes, it's really different. And there are, not substantial to the meat of the show as such, but there are a surprising number of orchestration differences, arrangement differences. There's a whole tweaks to the dialogue and to moments in the storytelling. A little bit of the dynamic in the relationship feels a little bit different because of changes as well. There are a handful of lyric changes. One song's ending has really pivoted in a different direction. Really interesting, but if you know the show well, you're going to be like, oh, this sounds a bit different. I'd say the biggest thing that's hitting me is just a lot of orchestration differences, but it's been a while since I've heard the score, so I could just be misremembering that a little bit. Aeron is getting us some specialty beverages. We're having the Plaza Sweets, and we'll let you know how those are. Hello, I'm setting you down this table. We've come to this little gazebo tent area.
Oh, you're gonna fall.
I assume in the summer. Oh gosh.
Yeah, this is.
I assume in the summer months, which we basically are.
We are in the summer.
But maybe they don't use this and they just open up to the lawn, and maybe they put this up when the weather forecast is less good. I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't because this helps stop people coming in on. I know.
That's so sweet and yummy.
It's it tastes like a Victoria cake.
It tastes like birthday cake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the Plaza Sweet. $5. Bargain.
Yeah, because it's non-alcoholic.
Delicious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I love it. Oh my god, hey, hello, we're in a hotel. It's not the Plaza. So we ascertained that the talkback was not involving the cast or creatives or anything, who I don't think are here anymore. I think the creatives were around for the beginning of the run and for opening, because the show officially opened at the very end of May, I think was their opening night.
I think let's look at the start of last week.
Yeah, it did sound like an interesting talkback. It was about the nature of marriage and how it changes us as people. It was from two writers from the Boston Globe, which perhaps my fiancé and I should have stayed for. However, it has been a long travel day and we're waking up very early tomorrow for another travel day to go to a completely different state. Yeah. I know, less than 24 hours in Massachusetts. Peep the enormous sofa in this room. Madness. But very sweet seeing two strangers again. Very nice to be in a hotel room before 10:30. Love that. And if you've seen the show, you'll know that fortune cookies are involved, and you saw me have one last night, so I found it in my pocket and I held it while it was happening in the show, which was very cute. But yes, lovely to see the show again. Totally worth coming to Cambridge and Boston for it, and not just because it makes tomorrow's flight way cheaper. Happy all around, everything worked out. We're now going to, as far as you're concerned, jump
5 or 6 days into the future, that's going to be a completely different vlog because we're about to go to Chicago for the first time to spend a bunch of days there. That's going to be a separate vlog all of its own when we find out what theatre is like in Chicago and we see like 5 different shows. Cannot wait, so excited. But in the meantime, there is one other little part of our trip that's going to come after that, and you're going to see it now. Get ready for a New York/New Jersey epilogue, epivlog. What? Here it comes.
Oh my god, hey, guess where I am? I feel like maybe you can see where I am. I'm walking through Times Square. I am back in New York. I believe the last thing you saw on this vlog was our 18 hours in Massachusetts. From there we went on to Chicago, which is a full multi-day Chicago trip vlog that you will see hopefully next weekend. But we have one last day of seeing shows here in New York because we're flying back from New York. That's the way that we planned it. This evening we are going to Paper Mill Playhouse in New Jersey, in Milburn, New Jersey, to go and see The Little Mermaid for the first time ever. A show that has never made it to the UK, so a show that Aeron and I have not seen despite being big Disney people as well as big theatre people. That is definitely happening. That will be the 3rd state that I've been in today because I woke up in Illinois. Landed at LaGuardia about an hour ago. It's about 9:40 a.m. Made pretty good time getting here, all things considered. Iconic view of Times Square. Quite quiet. Sunday morning, a little bit drizzly. Yeah, made pretty good time getting here. Would have been quicker in an Uber, which I might regret not doing because I'm on my way to a rush line, a Sunday rush line, which kind of sucks because the box offices will open at 10 a.m. on most days of the week. And you will have the chance, at their discretion, to buy discounted tickets to many Broadway shows. On a Sunday they open at midday, but not everyone knows that, so they still get in line real early, and you just have to wait hours and hours. And also the great thing about 10 a.m. rush lines is it's 10 a.m, you either have tickets or you don't, you can go about your day. On a Sunday, you're not really released from the queuing until midday. So I'm hungry right now, but if I'm about to go stand in a rush line by myself, I can't go and get a snack or anything. Oh, but oh, it's on the cusp. It's on the cusp. So I'm not going to film anyone super close up, but I don't know if you can see there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people in the line for John Proctor as the villain, which is where I am going. 15 is what I explicitly said I should be in the top 15. So joining as the 15th. Okay, here's what's happening. Here's what's happening. I miscounted. I am 15th in line. But that's not to say that other people won't come and join people in front of me. It's tricky. It's tricky. Obviously, I'm now going to be here for 2+ hours on the street, hoping to get tickets. We don't have a lot of other options. We could go see Rob Madge doing My Sons Are Queer, But What Can You Do, which we've seen multiple times in the UK, many different times. But that's a great backup option. I would love to see John Proctor again before it concludes. It's currently limited run on Broadway because I really loved the play when I saw it back in the spring, and it's one that I think you definitely have to see at least twice. And not many matinees today work with us getting over to New Jersey by 7 p.m. because a lot of them start at 3 and we need to be out of the city just after 5 at the latest. So this would work. I think I'm going to trust the process and just see what happens. Little update from the view from my face. It's coming up to 10:40 now, hour and 20 to go. I've just been replying to emails, posting on Instagram, the usual. We have edged forwards for no discernible reason. I don't think people left the queuing area, but it did give me a slightly better view of the marquee here. So that's nice to look at. If not, giving me any shelter whatsoever if it rains any more than the very fine drizzle that it's currently attempting to do. We can glimpse down the street and see the other rush lines, but I would resist commenting on any indication for the popularity of the shows in question because there's a whole lot of factors going on, and also Sunday, peculiar day for it because, not every show is doing Sunday shows. Some have 2 shows, some have 1 show, so that may be a factor as well. We can see down the street that there is a queue for The Outsiders, and who would expect anything else? There are also a handful of people waiting outside the Music Box Theatre for the picture of Dorian Gray. Sarah Snook, of course, recently won the Olivier Award for Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Play, and I think there are a couple of people at Smash as well, which did not... Did I say Olivier Award? I meant the Tony. It's very early in the morning, or rather it was very early in the morning at 3:30 when my alarm went off. She also won the Olivier, so I wasn't lying. And I was going to say about Smash, did not pick up any Tony Awards, but has announced that it is closing, sadly, at the end of this month. So some renewed interest in the show, because if you don't see it now, then you're going to miss your chance. Meanwhile, hello, that's very close to my face, I think I might be okay. There are optimistic people behind me. There's like 10 people behind me. So there is optimism outside the Booth Theatre this morning, and that's what we like to see. That's what we like. Also, I was smart and I brushed my teeth at the airport and I moisturized, so I feel real good about that. I feel like a human being, actually, which is nice. I've just figured out that I have been standing in this spot for some 100 minutes now, and I'm starting to lose it. I will be completely honest with you. I'm running out of things to do on my phone. Also, if anyone was concerned about my potential stress fracture in my foot, this one here, it seems to have healed during the trip to Chicago that you have not yet seen, but in worse news, this shoe is definitely breaking. I do tend to destroy trainers by wearing them in New York, because we do a lot of standing, we do a lot of walking, so I just tend to wear these shoes to death. New shoes to follow. 20 minutes until the box office opens. The end is in sight. I feel better. Aeron is currently leaving Brooklyn to come and meet me here, at which point I'll be able to walk around and do other things. I have a little bit of a cramp in my stomach, which is slightly needing to go to the restroom, but mostly me being very hungry, I think. I have been given a flyer for the Museum of Broadway, which we won't be visiting on this trip. We've been twice before, and I will go again. I always love the Museum of Broadway. I recommend it. It has great photo opportunities, and you can learn a lot of fun trivia facts about many different decades of Broadway musicals. So there's lots to be enjoyed at the Museum of Broadway. They flyered me, and I already know about it, so I'm sharing this with you. I suspect you know about it as well, but I thought I'd... There you go. Flyer for you. 11:58, and it is so trying to rain on me. I mean, it is, but it's not too bad. It is okay. I can feel the energy of the theatre gods holding back the floods of rain in the sky, because they know I came straight here from LaGuardia and they respect the hustle. Aeron is on his way. Oh, they're shuffling. Is something actually happening, or are we just shuffling? I don't know what I'm even going for. I don't know if they have enough rush tickets that this far back in the line I'm going to get them. I don't know if it's going to be standing room. I'll take anything to get inside the building. Ideally at less than $100 per person. I've got $85 in cash in my pocket and a decent chunk still on my Revolut card, and as far as I'm concerned, that's not real money anymore, because I've already transferred it, which is a terrible mindset. It's happening. We're going in. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't get seats, but I did get standing room. Yay! Happy to get anything after, waking up in a different state and then being in a rush line for a good couple of hours. Also, it has rained considerably, it seems, because people look real damp. I am currently under a nice awning here in the one, the only Schubert Alley, but I am grateful that I didn't get soaked, that I now get to walk around and go to different places and go and eat some breakfast / lunch / brunch. And then I think I'm going to spend a lot of this time sitting down if I can, because in a couple hours Aeron and I are going to be standing to once again get to see John Proctor is the villain. I think there's a company member making their debut today, one of the young men in the cast, so that's very exciting. But yeah, it's if you don't know, a one-act play that runs at about hour 35, hour 40, which is a long time to stand in one spot continuously, but I also feel like if it's not like standing and then standing for the intermission and then continuing to stand, I feel like that's worse. So, and like 1 hour 40 is less than you would be standing if you were standing for a full show. So I feel pretty good about it. But I do think sitting should be prioritized between now and then. That's my plan. Look who graciously decided to grace me with his presence and eventually arrive so I could sit down. It's Aeron James, and he brought me a jumper because it was getting a little bit chilly. Aeron is having mashed potatoes here at Junior's. We're sat at the bar.
Just for context, I'd already had a bagel.
He has. I have a whole fried chicken sandwich. If anyone was worrying about me getting hungry on the streets, don't worry, because I have plenty of food now. Nice little honey mustard dip situation, and of course, a couple of Shirley Temples. I had a chocolate mousse cheesecake because A, we needed to kill time, and B, I was a little hungry. Now I am very full. Do you know what the best thing about doing juniors before a show at the booth is? You can see the booth behind us. Is we can hang out here until, I mean, we could leave it later than we're going to. It's like 10 to 2 now. It's a 2 o'clock curtain, which really means 2:05. But we can just wait here and then just walk in, because we don't even need to find seats. We need to find our standing room spots. So we don't want to walk in any earlier than we need to, really. This is how we do it. Out of juniors, into the booth. This is the afternoon that dreams are made of. I am very full of cheesecake right now, but I'm going to buy a baseball cap. God help me. And I'll show you the signage. I somehow haven't showed you this all morning, but it's John Proctor as the villain. And with minutes, perhaps seconds before the play begins, this is new since our last visit here. What was your favourite song in high school? And people have given their answers on post-its. And then just over here, we also have a world of very exciting merchandise that I showed you on our last trip. So if you really want long-lasting explanations of everything, then you can go and find that video. I have a play to go and watch from the standing room. I have bought my hat. You can also see the merchandise behind me. Over there. Which way is it? There it is. I will show you the view from my standing room position. We are position 6 and 8. They have little numbers to indicate which ones. So you do get allocated standing room, so don't worry about having to get here earlier than everyone else or anything like that. This is our view, and yes, as you can immediately tell from the curtain, some of the height of the stage is cut off by the overhang. However, this is a play that does not feature an upstairs, so you'll miss some of the height of the set and some lighting and projection moments, but nothing that is necessary for the plot, and certainly you won't miss any of the performers. And we have a nice thing to lean against here, nice bit of velvet. We have our Pride bills. We do have an understudy company member today, which is very exciting. There's also in here, let me find it. There you go. Oh, we can actually name them. The role of Lee Turner will be played by Noah. That's exciting. And you can scan down there for the pre-show playlist that you're probably hearing right now. Aeron made the great point while we were sitting in juniors that it's going to be really exciting to, as you can tell, get to watch this audience watch the play. Now that we already know the play, I'm excited for that as well, particularly with so many young people in the audience. That's very exciting to me. I think this is a look. I don't know what to tell you. And since it's right behind me here, before we dash off and go and get our train, I'll show you some of the John Proctor is the Villain merchandise. This is, look at the back of this t-shirt with them all dancing together. That's so cool. In nice corduroy there, the I contain frickin' multitudes, very faintly printed. Same with the Coven sweatshirt. We've got a nice green John Proctor is the Villain t-shirt there, looking like a t-shirt you'd wear at a summer camp. We've got an I contain frickin' multitudes notebook. We've got a $15 John Proctor is the Villain script by Kimberly Bellflower. We've got the goodie cap that I bought downstairs. We've got some Coven necklaces. We've got a mug. We've got a single enamel pin as well as a button badge collection, which includes the Town Slut badge. There is the Coven necklace. We've also got pencils as well, and a magnet from John Proctor is the Villain, the coolest play on Broadway and my favourite. We have a little less time than we thought to get down to Penn Station. This car is driving backwards all the way down 43rd. But we only have one stop to go, so that's absolutely fine. By Midtown Manhattan, this is the last time we're going to be here. Yeah. Although I guess we're going to get back into Penn Station, but that's still a little lower down. By Maybe Happy Ending, by John Proctor, by Broadway. It's crazy because we haven't been here for a few days. better part of a week really, and now we're saying goodbye again, even though we just got back. I haven't even seen what flavour schmackeries are doing today. Heading down to the 42nd Street subway station to go and get a train from Penn Station to New Jersey. I mean, this train, it's 12 past every hour today, so this train will get us there around 5 p.m. The train an hour later would get us there around 6 p.m, both of which leave us plenty of time before the 7 o'clock curtain for the Little Mermaid at Paper Mill Playhouse. But we'd rather do the more comfortable option and chill for a little bit in New Jersey, our third state of the day. 4 if you count the state of confusion that I have been in the entire time. Plot twist, we're not making that first train to New Jersey, we're going to get the second one. And it also turns out that that's always been the John Proctor run time, but I guess it used to do 7:30 curtains. I think we saw a 7:30 a couple of months ago when we first saw it, and today was on the hour, so it finishes almost on the hour, because I remember it finishing around 9:30 to coincide with the Sunset Boulevard Walk, which we didn't get to watch today because Sunset did a 1 p.m. matinee, John Proctor did a 2, so Sunset was finishing by the time John Proctor was coming out. And also, we went down to the 42nd Street entrance to the ACE rather than the 44th one, and we walked a massive long uphill tunnel I have never seen before.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was horrible. It reminded me of that time in Paris that we were just walking in tunnels for so long.
We were going down and down and down and down, and we were like, when does it end?
I thought we were going to come out in Dover. Anyway, we now have plenty of time before the next train to New Jersey. Thank God that wasn't the last train that we could have got. I mean, if it was, that would have been a very irresponsible matinee for us to go and see. But we loved it, so it's okay. Loved John Proctor.
So much.
Loved it again. Worth standing on the street for 3 hours.
Yeah. I didn't do it, but yes.
Passing line passengers to please take all of your personal belongings. For your safety, stand behind the platform, take each step.
But yeah, loved John Proctor. Loved the experience of standing in the back because I got to dance to the scene transitions and then the end.
It's so clever. The scene transitions are so good because it's all about like the inner
moments of awakening.
Yeah, the key moments in which characters that really held with, and it makes you realise, especially watching it back.
Yeah.
What are those main like core moments for each of them?
I agree with what you said. I think it needs to go to like Lyric Hammersmith.
Yes, it needs to go to it would do really well in the UK.
Yeah.
It would do really well in the UK.
Yeah.
Because we studied the Crucible. The Crucible is not new for the UK. There's been a lot of productions. There's currently a production. It was just for the Globe.
Yeah, you're right. There's always a Crucible. Yeah. There's always a Midsummer Night's Dream. There's always a Crucible. We're waiting for the train to New Jersey from John Proctor as the villain. Very weird for us to be back in a Broadway theatre after a few days.
So odd.
Especially to be then about to leave.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird. And then tomorrow we're actually flying home, so it's like,
Yeah. Anyway, heading from John Proctor as the villain to Ursula is the villain, or King Triton is the villain, depending on your perspective. We're here for radical reinterpretations of The Little Mermaid, but we're going to see The Little Mermaid. We are on the train to New Jersey. I mean, I think we're already in New Jersey, because it does not take long to cross that state line out of New York. It is not, as it appears to be, an extraordinarily cloudy day. I mean, it is, but it's also a very frosty window. And we have made it to New Jersey. Oh, I can see a poster for The Little Mermaid. We must be in the right place. From here, it's only about a 10-minute walk, from what I remember, to Paper Mill Playhouse.
Yeah, it's really close.
How you doing? You need one snack or anything? You just want to go straight to the theatre?
But maybe we can get a snack there.
We could. We can go see what the options are. I a little bit need to pee for the 25th time today. I'm hydrating well. That's good. See, there is the sign. May 29th to June 29th. How lucky are we that this aligned with our trip? And also, very appropriately, signage for The Great Gatsby, currently on Broadway, but had its world premiere production here at Paper Mill Playhouse, and we saw the very first preview. And we love that the station calls itself the home of Paper Mill Playhouse and tells you how to get there. We love a place that celebrates its theatres. Clue, live on stage, also being advertised. They're not at Paper Mill. Yeah, this is going to be our third time at Paper Mill and our second Disney show, because what did we see on our very first trip to New York when we came here? One of the first few days maybe even the second or third day we were in the US. Viewers of the vlogs from back then will remember we saw Hercules.
What's the name of the West End?
It is getting ready to open officially later this month. Let it never be said I sugarcoat my life and don't show you reality. This is me running on my recently fractured foot to Paper Mill to go use the restroom because those damn Dunkin' beverages are twice the size of my bladder. So I pee once and I think it's fine. Then I finish the rest of the drink. I need to go again, but also just ran past 4 little animals. I thought rabbits, but they look more like groundhoggy, beavery type things that we don't get in the UK. I think Aeron's taking a picture that I'll insert here. Please tell me what that animal is. Aeron sent the pictures to our friends and it turns out those were groundhogs.
Henry said we're not too far from where Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney. How exciting! Anyway, this, having been up to the restroom and come back downstairs like the small-bladdered child that I am, is Paper Mill. This is always my favourite part, is seeing this on arrival, currently advertising their production of The Little Mermaid, which to me is like a perfect Paper Mill Playhouse show. Paper Mill Playhouse, in the last couple of decades, is well remembered for housing a couple of musicals. One of them is The Great Gatsby, but one of their most famous, I think, is the pre-Broadway run of Newsies, which allegedly was only ever meant to be a regional show so that they could subsequently license it to schools, and then it had unexpected success and went to Broadway. And fittingly, for Ariel, we are getting a little bit wet. I would say it's not Ariel wet yet, it's Jonathan Groff wet. But not yet Ariel. There's a photo op out here that I want to show you, but first a couple other fun details. So not currently in operation and possibly not this evening because of the weather, but Scuttle's Topsy-Turvy Tiki Bar is a fun addition. They're good at theming here, and they do an entire themed menu and cocktail selection here in the Carriage House. You can book in to the prefix menu in the main dining room, or you can get the bar snacks. I had a look before, and hilariously, because I was like, what are they going to serve in conjunction with The Little Mermaid? Are they going to serve seafood? And they do. It's like octopus and salmon, and you can basically eat all of Ariel's friends. We've also got a lovely little photo op here. This is my favourite photo op I've ever seen at Paper Mill. Sometimes it's like a semi-translucent one. This is much better. And we're going to take a photo of Aeron James paddling this little boat. You've got to, I'm not sure what the action is, but you've got to look like you're paddling the boat. Yeah, that's cute. Let me get a vantage point. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the angle. As we hear Judy Kuhn singing Colours of the Wind behind us, giving all the Disney vibes. And as we see Jeremy Jordan up there in The Great Gatsby, I can't tell if it's raining harder or if I'm just hearing the little trickling stream next to beautiful Paper Mill Playhouse. With more potentially copyright music in the background, let me show you the specialty cocktails. There's the Undersea Punch, which is Malibu rum, of course, blue curacao, mixed fruit juices, glitter and gummy fish. I mean, that's so well themed in terms of the actual beverage. Ursula's Magic Potion, ooh, user discretion is advised, which is lavender margarita, tequila, and house-made margarita mix and triple sec. Oh, I imagine it looks great. It sounds like it tastes great. Flounder's Spritz is elderflower liqueur, prosecco, sparkling water, and mint. And there's a specialty mocktail, too, in fact. Sebastian's Sunset, which is pineapple, orange, lime juice, and grenadine. Or Ariel's Shirley Temple, which is Sprite, grenadine, maraschino cherries, and glitter. We've already had 4 Shirley Temples between us today. Do we get another one just for the theming, just to commit to the bit? Like the best of theatres, there is also an indication of quality. It's an American Theatre Wing Tony Award in the lobby, everybody. There's a plaque outside stating that they won one for Achievement in Regional Theatre a few years back, so I dare say that's what this is. Meanwhile, there is also a fairly resplendent merchandise selection on offer here at the Paper Mill Playhouse merch booth, with various different things, Little Mermaid specific and adjacent. We have jewellery, we have Paper Mill Little Mermaid specific magnets and ornaments and keyrings there. We have themed jewellery with those familiar sort of seafoam aquamarine colours. Look at me remembering the names of those colours, that just came to me. We have a lot of plush as well. We have what I believe is official Disney plush there, that's live action Ariel. We have some Little Mermaid t-shirts there. We have a bear, we've got an octopus, we've got, it's a blue-footed baby, so this is non-Little Mermaid specific, but adjacent. Some of the familiar sea life characters depicted within the show, and the bear is not Little Mermaid, but it is a Paper Mill Playhouse bear, and look at that in action, that's very good. more excellent work from the brilliant staff here at Paper Mill Playhouse. Got a couple of bits of wider Disney merchandise here as well, with some Mary Poppins apparel and a Mary Poppins t-shirt there, and a Go the Distance tee, and the actual baseball cap that they were selling while Hercules was here. Aeron James bought that one, and I would recognize it anywhere. We also have a whole host of previous Paper Mill magnets down there. You'll notice in the bottom middle, Gun and Powder is one there. That is a show that is Broadway bound, but with a different name. That should be arriving on Broadway this season as Wanted, the musical. I'm heading upstairs to go find Aeron, and also to show you everything on this upper level, because we have usually like artwork on display up here as well. So on display up here, as you hear the familiar tunes of the Goofy movie, we have In the Eye of the Beholder by Lynn St. Clair Foster, which you can see, I believe, over there, some examples of that, and part of Our World, a community art project, presumably adjacent to or inspired by The Little Mermaid, which very possibly is what we are seeing here. Some very cute Little Mermaid illustrations in any case. Some recent productions, and some slightly less recent productions from Paper Mill Playhouse here. And there's, oh look there, a bigger poster for the show I was telling you about, Gun and Powder at Paper Mill Playhouse. And when the house opens, we will get given a little program as well. But before then, we have a cast list here for the Little Mermaid Company. And specifically the one that I was very excited about when the cast was announced was Where Is She, Haven Burton, who we saw on Broadway in How to Dance in Ohio, but who I enjoyed in many a bootleg back in the day. Aeron James giving you the drink review for that first beverage I told you about. How is it?
It's like alcoholic gummy sweets.
Oh, perfect. That sounds like exactly what I want. I never want to film anyone without their consent, but I'm going to try and show you the costume through the window. That blur is Blursula. It is somebody dressed in a full Ursula costume and wig with inflated tentacles. The commitment. I'm astounded. I'm over the most respect. So we've just discovered the station where kids can make their own, or people of all ages I should say, can make their own Little Mermaid inspired drawings and hang them up on the strings, but Aeron is very taken with this, as am I. This is a Ricola sponsored deposit of Ricola lozenges, soothing everyday throat irritation, and I was like, that's nice, bit random, and he points out, no, this is to stop people coughing during the show. How genius. We need these everywhere. Let it be known we were explicitly encouraged to participate, which I think is also very sweet. And I've just, I thought I did this. So you get like vague shapes, and I was like, I'm going to turn it into a fish. And then I subsequently read the assignment is to choose a card featuring an organic shape and then transform it into an undersea creature. But also we're meant to sign it. So that's, I've gone for like a pointer lizard. I've been inspired by, I recently saw the Georges Seurat painting at the Art Institute of Chicago, and obviously you can see the influence here in my equally striking work. I should reach out to them. Perhaps they will display this fish. I sign it poorly, and then I will get out of the way of these children. But there you go. MickeyJoTheatre. This is Aeron James's creation. I'm going to let you ponder it before he tells you what it is. Oh, okay, I see it now.
Sebastian. Seaweed.
It's obviously Sebastian, a monk seaweed. I had to put down my cocktail in order to hang up my felt tip pen drawing, which is a heck of a sentence, isn't it? And I hope you can hold your breath for a very long time, because we are now clearly underwater, as you can tell from the ocean swirling lighting effects all around this lovely auditorium here at Paper Mill Playhouse. Our third time here, our second time here for a Disney musical. Something just feels right about that. This time for The Little Mermaid, seen frequently in the US, never yet seen professionally in the UK. They've done it at drama schools. Grace Hodgett Young, currently starring in Sunset Boulevard on Broadway after starring in the West End, played Ariel in a production at drama school before she graduated, but we've never had professional Little Mermaid. We have Paper Mill Playhouse programs here featuring that lovely artwork there, and we have a lovely proscenium around the stage, a nice bubbly curtain there as well, lovely title treatment. I'm very excited. My inner child is very excited right now. Aeron's got Pringles, we've got a Malibu heavy beverage. This is going to be a great evening. And now, here we are at Milburn train station in New Jersey, waiting to go back to Manhattan, to go to Brooklyn, to sleep briefly, to go to JFK, to go back home. After what has felt like the longest trip ever, although it hasn't been.
It's not been the longest trip ever, but I think because we've done different places, and like we felt like we'd ended our trip, and then we were actually starting a new trip. It kind of feels like we've done two separate trips.
Yeah, it's been the third Lord of the Rings movie of theatre trips because it's had a lot of false endings. And it's felt like the credits have been about to roll several times, but now they truly are genuinely coming to an end, except for you all who have the Chicago vlogs to look forward to next week, because you're seeing our lives a little bit out of sequence. So enjoy that. Make sure you're subscribed, commenting, doing all of those things if you weren't already. Thank you for joining us vicariously in New York and wider states. As always, thank you for watching. Let us know your favourite part of this vlog in the comments section down below, and I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. Bye-bye.
For 10 more seconds, I'm MickeyJoTheatre. Oh my god, hey, thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!